Hey guys, welcome back to another Transparent Couch. I'm Cody.
And I'm Tam, and here on the Transparent Couch, it's not about who's sitting with you. Did I say it wrong? Okay.
You said my part. Hey guys, welcome back to another Transparent Couch. I'm Cody.
And I'm Tam, and here on the Transparent Couch, it's not about where you're sitting,
but who's sitting with you.
Hey guys, if y'all see us looking over here, our baby is next to us asleep, so ignore that. But y'all, it's been a minute.
I had hair.
You did have hair the last time. Yes, Cody's bald, and he's not going back, so there's that.
Because I had a bald spot, and I always told myself that if my hair started leaving, I'm not gonna keep it.
It wasn't bad, y'all. Like, nobody noticed it. But his friend, when his best friend started roasting him, and that was all it took.
No, because I never said it didn't matter about other people. It mattered about me.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
But that did trigger it, though.
Yeah. It triggered it.
Okay.
He wasn't roasting me. He was just like, "Ooh, you got a bald spot," and I was like,
he was roasting you.
That's time.
If you and I both know him, he was roasting you.
I was like, it's time.
Anyway.
Mariah Carey voice.
Yeah. So there's a spider above us. It's been here. I've filmed today as well, and it's been up there. But
it's Granddaddy Long Legs. Be all right.
Anyway, it's a spider. But okay, y'all. So as y'all can see from the title, we're talking about the lies that we believed.
Mm-hmm.
This one's heavy. It's heavy hitter. We told y'all we was gonna get back into this. We told y'all we was gonna start back doing this, and so we got to do it. We got to do it. So.
Ladies first.
I'll talk about one of the lies that I believed in this marriage, and one of the lies that we have recently worked through, which is that my husband doesn't want to spend time with me. It's a lie. Yeah. It's not the truth. And we've talked about this. There are moments where I felt insecure as his wife, feeling like he'd rather not be around. He'd rather me not be around. And it often made me feel like I wasn't good enough to be around. It often made me feel like, why doesn't my husband want to spend time with me? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Is it because he doesn't find me interesting? Like, what is it? And I used to be really insecure because Cody and I have a lot in common, but we also are interested in completely different things. I mean, Cody's interested in stuff that I'm not interested in, and vice versa. But we have a lot in common. Like, we share a lot of common ground. Like, we grew up in similar environments. We can relate on a lot of different things. We find a lot of things funny. Yeah, I was about to say, we find a lot of the same things funny. Yeah. And so that part we relate on, but like, I feel like for me, that was a struggle because I'm like, okay, I don't find what he finds interesting. And then what used to pull on it even more, I'm going to get real transparent here. Some of our circle of friends, they're interested in some of the things he's interested in. And so if we're all together and there's a conversation going and everybody's talking, you know, and he might get into a really in-depth conversation with one of our friends who happens to be a woman. And I'm sitting there going, I wonder if he likes them. Like, I wonder if he's interested in her because she's interested in the same thing he's interested in. Yeah. Like, just craziness. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the enemy just really just flooding my mind with lies. And it used to frustrate me because I was like, there was a good percentage of me that knew that that wasn't the case. Lord, that was a deep yawn. There was a good percentage of me that knew that wasn't the case. But then there was another percentage of me that was just like, there could be something to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And because you guys, if you've been following us for a long time, you know that was an insecurity at the very early stages of our marriage, that Cody was going to cheat on me, or that Cody, you know, was interested in someone else, which leads to my other lie that I believed, which was my husband's going to cheat on me. And a lot of that stemmed from trust. Yeah. It stemmed from the fact that I didn't trust. There were things that took place, not necessarily infidelity, but like lies and just things like that. And it just really made me feel like I can't trust him. And my husband, in the very early stages of our marriage, was one that enjoyed attention from the opposite sex. So did I. That ain't all on him. Like, I definitely enjoyed attention from the opposite sex, but it just kind of like, so even now as a grown woman, almost 11 years into this marriage, you know what I'm saying? Those are the thoughts that I have to fight, which thankfully we're on the other side of that. I don't fight those thoughts often at all, unless I have like a random dream and I wake up and be looking at him like this. And he'd be like, what is wrong with you?
And I'm still knocked out. And
I'll be like, I had a dream about you. And he'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, I had a dream that you cheated on me. And he'd be like, okay, it was a dream. And I'd be like, but are you thinking about cheating on me? And he'd be like, no, babe. I'm thinking about the fact that I'm going to go make some coffee because I'm tired.
Or she would tell me something, and be like, it's not even, does that sound like me? She'd be like, no.
But it was a dream. And because the Lord speaks to me in dreams sometimes, I be trying to
make it work. Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, Lord. But anyway, those are the lies I believed. And of course, we'll kind of expound upon it. But what about you?
I almost forgot one of the lies, but it just came up as I started talking just now. One of the lies I believe that wasn't true was that we were enemies, we're against each other. To expand on it is that she didn't have my best interest. And that was a lie that... What's going on? Oh.
Nothing.
That was a lie. If honestly, you know how there's certain things that you believe subconsciously without even knowing until you either in conversation or whatever can put words to it. Your face.
What? I'm just... I was staring at your bald head, like against the reflection.
That's funny.
Don't cover the light.
No, look at it. It's like a light coming from my head. Anyway, light bulb. Bing. Anyway, it's just the belief that, you know, in marriage, I say it's never 50-50, it's 100-100. Like, you're giving 100% of yourself and your spouse is giving 100% of themselves. And it was always a belief of mine that I had to work through was, okay, if I give 100% of myself, who's going to have my back? Who's going to make sure I'm okay? Like, am I going to still have to make sure I'm okay? Because if that's the case, I'm not going to give 100 if I got to still pour in back into me. So that fed the lie of she don't have my best interest. If I'm the one, especially in the season, just being transparent of the pregnancy where I'm literally having to take care of every single little thing because she literally can't. It's like, well, who cares about me? Like, who's making sure I'm okay? And when I saw certain things, I guess not thinking logically or not considering what's going on, but just thinking about me, it's like, well, who's taking care of me? And it fed the lie, oh, she don't care about me. She only cares about herself. In turn, she don't have my best interest at hand. It's only about her. And just to jump into the, I guess, how we got out of the lies is not talking to ourselves, but talking to each other. And I think just to go, and I don't know if this helped you more than, because I remember the conversation still, the conversation about not spending time, I had to almost explain in a way to say, look, when I'm working either from the homeschool or I'm working from home, I'm either in the house all day or I'm still around my family all day. So when we get home, it's like, even me going to the store by myself is a getaway. Like, I need space to myself to think. Oh, baby boy. So it's... You said what?
I said keep on.
Yeah. So it's not a slight against her. It's no, this is just time that I need. And I think once we were able to talk that out, it made sense to her. Because y'all, one thing I'm grateful for, but one thing we definitely had to fight through, and I'm going to hit this tangent for 2 seconds and jump back, is I was in the office full time before COVID happened. And going to the office was fun for me because it's my teammates, you know, we interact every day. We get to work, but we more collaborate together as a team, where you get sent home and they can say all day long, well, we're collaborating virtually. And it's like, it's just not the same. And when you go from at least spending 40 hours of your week away from your family and then getting to see them when you come home to now those same 40 hours, especially when COVID happened, y'all are around me while I'm working. It's like deer in headlights type thing. It's like, I need like,
space.
Yeah, I need space. I need to run away somewhere. But anyway, it was us having those conversations, even about, her lies that she mentioned. Those same conversations is what kind of light bulb, went off to say, oh, even mine, she does have my best interest. It's me tripping in my own head.
What was your other one?
They both fed into each other.
Which one?
That we were enemies and that you didn't have my best interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they both fed into each other.
Yeah. So we brought this point up to say this. Year 10 for us, we walked into year 10 feeling the best we'd ever felt in a while. Only to be challenged a lot during this year. This was a very challenging year for our marriage, but the difference between year 3, which was probably our most challenging year, and this year is that we were equipped with what we needed to push through, and there was no doubt in our minds that we loved each other.
Yeah.
Where before there was doubt. And so and this time we were deeper in our relationship and our knowledge of who God is, and understanding, like Cody said, that we are not enemies. We're not here to fight against each other. We're here to fight with each other for this marriage. And God shoring some things up in us. Year 3 was tough for us because I was an insecure woman and I sought attention elsewhere in another man. I was angry with Cody about some things that we had going on. I was hurt by some things that took place. And so I sought refuge in another trifling individual. And this time around, I have zero interest in seeking refuge in anybody but him.
Yeah.
Because he's not my enemy. So when it's hard, I can go to him and say, babe, I'm struggling with this.
Yeah.
We got to talk through this. You know what I'm saying? The Bible literally tells you not to go let the sun go down on your wrath.
Yeah.
And so if I'm angry, yeah, we may need a moment to collect ourselves, but we're going to talk about this thing before we go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to bed angry. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, that's how I feel like the difference was.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. The more I think about the last year, the more I think there's been a lot of hard conversations, like hard conversations.
Very difficult conversations.
Where we probably wouldn't have necessarily made it through them conversations 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And not because she couldn't have them, because she's always been ready to talk. I feel like since the beginning, some of them I couldn't have. I mean,
even though I was always ready to talk, there's some hard conversations and things you've said to me that I wouldn't have been able to receive.
No. Yeah.
7 years ago.
But
I can tell you that right now.
I probably wouldn't even have had the emotional intelligence to say them 8 years ago, is what I'm saying. So we both came a long way, and we were able to have those hard conversations and not just hear the conversations through the filter we had in our brain, but to hear the conversations through what they were, to hear the words for what they are, instead of playing, like I have a problem doing, is playing conversations before they happen. So I walk into a room already mad when nothing has been said. So I've kind of worked on that a little bit in the last year or so, but I think that's...
What would you say, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what would you say is some improvements from then to now? Like benefits of things that we've done this past year, but what would you say like are some improvements?
Yawning
is contagious.
I mean, I'm tired. I got tired out of nowhere. But some improvements are that we know how to communicate more effectively now. than we did before. I think we were both dealing with some insecurities, because one thing we haven't brought up about that time in our marriage was I was so disconnected that she found quote unquote refuge, and I thought I deserved it, which is toxic as all get out. But that's just where I was, dealing with extreme insecurity. And so were you, but we were both dealing with that and not really having effective communication one way or the other. Now something comes up, it might be hard, but we can talk about it. And it might not, and I'm not saying it's the best conversation. One of I think the hardest conversations we've had that was the most beneficial, we were both crying at some point in the conversation. Tam was crying, and I'm explaining how I feel, and I'm crying, and it's, but we were able to come to common ground after we were able to work through all those emotions. So the biggest thing, and I know people say communication, when it comes to marriage and relationship, but effective communication, I think, is the biggest improvement. Is we know how to effectively communicate how we feel, and it doesn't come off to say, you're saying this as a dig at me. And it's like, no, I'm not trying to dig at anything. I'm just stating the fact of what it is. And if it comes off as a dig, I'm sorry, but it's just what it is.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that, because it has made us even stronger. I was trying to say even. You know how people say
even the more?
Even the more.
Yeah.
But I was saying even the stronger. It has made us even stronger than, y'all, pregnancy brain lasts after the pregnancy, just so you know. But even stronger. It has made us even stronger. It has made us more effective in our communication, like Cody said, but like really has brought us to a place of understanding and comprehension of what we are saying to each other versus seeing it through the eyes of defense. Because if I take time to listen to what's being said, it's not meant to hurt me. It's to inform me of something. So I would agree with that. And I'm grateful that we are no longer believing those lies. Honestly, there's a lot of lies that we can tell you that we've believed about ourselves, and lies that we may currently be struggling with, which the ones that we just told you are lies that we still work through heavily. You know what I'm saying? Every day we got to work through those things. But so I'm grateful, and I'm excited, y'all. I know we both are excited about getting back to doing the transparent couch. Today is more so a transparent seat or chair. But
it's not about where you're sitting. It's
about
sitting
with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but our new setup in our new apartment, this just works better for us. Our living room has zero light in it. You have to get it from the sunroom, and it's not giving what it needs to give. And we don't have a sofa in our bedroom anymore like we did in the other one, because we have baby stuff everywhere. So this works for us, right?
We have artificial light, but natural light just gives more of what we're looking for.
So we like it. So anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.